had a number of guys jump out a little bit. Guys who we don't talk about a lot, but like Josiah Martin had a good day. Dean Taylor Chapman had a couple of nice touchdown runs. We talk about those guys and kind of what they're doing to try to keep themselves in the mix.
Making the most of their chances. It's funny, when I was walking over here, I was writing down names that just, without watching the video, that jumped out, and those two were two of the names I wrote down. DTC and Josiah made a bunch of catches. I don't know what the total was, but he showed up today. The Jet had a couple really nice runs. He had a long one on a 3rd and short early, first or second series maybe. But I think those guys, Aiden, he showed up. D-line, Eze at linebacker, Day at DB. So a lot of young guys. So, yeah.
You said the Jet. Can you talk about kind of where he's at now? He obviously went through a difficult deal at the end of last year.
Oh, yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, he's doing great. Practicing every day and just focusing on getting better, getting stronger.
What do you think about the scrimmage overall?
Oh, not near as clean as we'd like it to be. Had some good, there's some plays that jumped out, some individual plays, like we mentioned the Jet. Some good throws by the quarterbacks, some individual tackles. Again, I noticed Eze 3 or 4 times, Aiden, Hunter made some stops, Day, Crosby made a couple nice plays, Cam Sidney showed up. So you see the individual plays. Overall, the situational football wasn't great, that has to get better, just playing better football in those situations, backed up, low red, into half, into game, and we'll get better at those. But I think that was a thing that jumped out, just big picture wise. We got a lot better at.
I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't see Odd or Callaway carry the ball. And
Callaway played
early.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So we need those guys. Jaden, there's a couple guys that were pulled for coach's decision, and that is based on the sheer number of game snaps they've played. We're playing a lot of guys that haven't played as many game snaps, and so that's the everybody's treated fairly, but we need to see some guys produce in game situations or game-like situations as best we can, and so we're giving them opportunities. So, but Jaden was held, Craig was held, a couple guys, and then there was guys that have been out due to injury, and we got to get them back.
How do you address situations like where Tron had that second TD of his and he got hammered by 2 guys in the end zone when he's probably not ready to be hit like that? This type of atmosphere.
What do you mean?
Tron kept getting hammered in the corner of the end zone here.
Yeah.
He's really shaken up by 2 guys.
Yeah, we don't want to take blind shots, and we also have to learn how to play football and protect ourselves. It's a fine line. If it's obviously a defenseless player, anything like that, we don't want to do in practice or in a game because you're going to get flagged for it. So we don't want to. We can't get 15-yard penalties for targeting and defenseless players, whether it's crackbacks or over the middle. And we also have to learn how to play with our pads down and absorb tackles and get the ball into the end zone. So I don't believe that play was flagged. Nobody's out here trying to hurt our teammates, and we also have to play physical. So it's a fine line. There is gray and what is appropriate and what's not. I think you know it when you see it. But obviously we got to stay away from anything that's penalized.
What do you think of the quarterbacks today? It looked like Fernando had a pretty good day.
Yeah, I think, again, moments that you saw him moving the ball. And, ultimately, quarterback is judged on moving the offense down the field and putting the ball in the end zone, scoring points. And I think they both had some good moments today. I thought Fernando had some really nice throws, and Chandler did some good things. And so, yeah, we'll keep evaluating them off the tape and keep coaching them.
You want to keep that thing going alive through the fall?
We want all of our players to keep improving. So quarterbacks, running backs, linemen, everybody. We want them all to keep getting better. So that's what we're focused on right now.
Can you talk about the outside linebackers, Reese and Xavier, and what you expect from them in the fall? And they've been around now for a year, and they had some, obviously finished strong last year. But
Yeah, to take another step up and play consistently at a high level. I thought we saw some real good play from them, as you mentioned, especially late, and we need to see that week in, week out. That's what you're looking for.
are you seeing signs of that this spring?
Yeah, I think both those guys are ready to take another step. I mean, they're different styles of player, but X is a tough guy. He competes, and so got to see him continue to develop. And David, it's really the first year he played a full season, and so understanding what that feels like and physically and mentally, I think that was important. We got to see him. He's done a fantastic job leadership-wise, taking ownership. He's a very serious guy about football, and so really like everything he's done this offseason. He's passionate about football. He's tough. He's competitive, and preparing his body to play a full season and play at a high level.
What have you thought of Aiden overall? Because obviously he's coming into a position that feels pretty kind of settled or maybe deep along the interior of the defensive line. Does a day like today kind of help him?
I don't feel like it's settled or deep, and I'm glad Aiden's here. And I like the guys in the room, but we got to continue to get better there. I think Aiden, he showed up today. I thought that he was noticeable.
What are your thoughts on the offensive line performance this spring so far?
Coach Blesh did such a great job with him, and since the time he's been here, and I think that group's ready to take another step. We know that group can continue to get better, and we still got to add competitive players to that room. And again, they work really hard at it, take a lot of pride in it, and we can be much better than we are.
With DTC's emergency content with 6 capable running backs, how do you even begin to divide up the snaps in games and situations?
Yeah, but I think there's a lot to be determined yet. We've seen Jaden play at this level in games and produce, and Jaden, we are going to count on to produce consistently, and for him, I know that's what he wants, to play at a high level week in and week out. The other guys, there's some uncertainty there. So I don't know that there is, we like the talent in there. There's some really talented guys, and we're really glad they're on the team, but we still got to prove that we can do that week in and week out at this level, in conference and non-conference and conference play when we're playing for real.
The portal opens on Monday.
Yep.
How soon do you expect to be active, and what are some maybe spots you guys?
Well, there's already guys in it, right? Because you got the grads, and it'll be fast and furious, and we'll be very active in it. Yeah.
Any positions or any spots that you're really
We're going to
looking at?
evaluate anybody that can help us. Anybody that can help us win. We're going to evaluate and engage with once that portal opens. Yeah.
Procedurally, originally there was forecasted to rain today. I was curious, with your planned itinerary, would you have done some rain style scenarios if it actually was raining for practice today with buckets and everything?
What do you mean rain style scenarios?
You just get the ball in the bucket, get it wet, get it ready to go for.
If it was raining, we were just gonna
go
scrimmage, and if it wasn't raining, we were gonna scrimmage.
Yeah.
If the wind blew, we were gonna scrimmage. If we had an eclipse, we would have scrimmaged. Blizzard, scrimmage. Hail, scrimmage.
Okay.
Heat wave, scrimmage. They would throw us out for lightning, so we couldn't have scrimmaged in lightning. But everything else, we were going to scrimmage.
There's a blizzard. You got bigger problems
Blizzard?
with scrimmaging, right?
Yeah, I think our first spring year we had the hailstorm. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of hoping for one of those. I just
Why not?
right? But yeah, we were going to play it as it went. So yeah, we will in the fall. There's times when we'll use the bucket wet ball mechanics, but we weren't